Alright, everybody, let's go ahead and get it started. We don't want to waste any time. We are here today in order to review the next round of the Swordsman tournament, which will include the likes of Taskmaster versus Blade. Real quick, going over the rules. Swordsmen will have their stats equalized and are only dueling, so powers won't be used, stuff like that. It's just their ability as duelists and what they bring to the table as combatants is what this battle is based on. With that being said, Taskmaster vs. Blade is the battle for today, and I hope you guys enjoy. Now, first up is Taskmaster. Taskmaster is one of the most popular villains in all of Marvel, even though he's not as frequently used. Most famous for being the guy that trains other villains on how to fight. As a duelist, we have seen historically that he is capable of copying your moves in combat. This includes against even characters like Spider-Man tier. So he can compete against faster bum rushing opponents and copy their moves. He has shown in combat before that he is capable of copying moves, but not only that, he can use every style he's learned at once to make him a versatile opponent. In Captain America issue 5, it is shown that in just seconds he counters and analyzes your fighting style. In one comic, it is shown that Taskmaster has mastered the style of Silver Samurai, who is actually so talented of a duelist, he is a fighter in this same tournament. In Deadpool issue 2, it is shown that he has mastered the style of Black Knight. Black Knight, if you didn't know, is actually a former member of the Avengers and a celebrated duelist himself. Styles in his repertoire for martial arts and dueling includes the likes of Shang-Chi, Captain America, and Swordsman, a relatively obscure duelist. He's copied an alien martial art before, despite the fact that it was a very complex martial art, taking much longer to learn than normal martial arts. In a duel, it is stated in one run that Taskmaster will improve with, quote, each stroke of his sword. His awareness and calcs in combat is so impressive that it is stated to rival the supernatural power of precognition, which is insane. He's bullied Karnak before, and Karnak is one of the most celebrated martial artists in the entire Marvel Comics verse. He has experience against projectiles in combat, being able to handle them and dispatch them. He's so skilled that in combat before he's shown he's capable of fighting without his eyesight and can rely on his other senses. He has an instant kill palm strike technique that he can use in combat if he wants to catch you off guard. He's so quick as a duelist, he's been able to tag faster characters like Venom. He's kept up with and blocked the likes of Spider-Man, who, like I said, should be much more physically gifted than him. He's absolutely bodied Asgardian warriors. He typically uses quick slashes on faster foes, so if you blitz in, he tries to dismantle you. He's skilled enough to hold off the Avengers by himself before, probably his best feat of all time. He's been able to pressure Captain America in a fight. Captain America is one of the best martial artists in Marvel Comics history. In a duel before, he's one-shot Deadpool, who can sword fight with Wolverine. He's handled and disarmed a duelist before up close, pretty easily, able to make it a hand-to-hand contest. He can counter a move as fast as he absorbs it, can double his speed for a short time, and has held his own against both Captain America and Winter Soldier. So that's one duelist in one corner. Taskmaster. Next up from the same verse is Blade. Blade is one of the most popular vampire related characters in fiction. Half vampire, half human hybrid. His mother was bitten. Overall, one of the most badass characters in Marvel. Now, we do know with his dueling style, and by the way, Blade was super fun to analyze because he's a versatile fighter. Like, he fights with different things, including swords. So it's fun going back historically and kind of seeing how good of a duelist he was. Now, he is an expert throwing his sword, making him extremely dangerous in combat because he can be considered a long-range foe. He is so alert and so in tuned at all times, including in combat, that he has something called hyper awareness. He has an absurd quick step speed, including making it so fast that Deadpool couldn't even process it and tell where he went. And he uses this oftentimes in duels to blitz. When you try to blitz in against him, he uses a certain style in which he tries to de-limb you, similar to Obi-Wan Kenobi and what he did against Anakin coming in. Once more, there's evidence in the comics for a more blitzing style technique that he uses. His technique is just as much as speed, however, as meticulous movements, because when he speed blitzes, he does dismantle you in a very precise fashion. Even when on the defensive, he takes the key moments to blitz anyways. So even on defense, he's a super aggressive fighter. Here he demonstrates a very solid recovery and defensive technique, being able to handle incoming assaults, back off, and recover exceptionally well. In a duel, he goes for the kill constantly. He could do this 1 to 2 blades, and his mindset is basically kill you as fast as possible. So, he's not just coming in for cool strikes here and there to get points to pick you apart. He's trying to kill you. In combat, he has shown he will include acrobatics if it improves his advantage in combat, given he is super athletic due to his vampire heritage. He has extreme toughness in combat and high willpower, so if you damage him, that's not going to be enough. You're actually going to have to take him down. He's been able to brawl Doom bots before. Doom can mimic to an extent Daredevil in combat, so as a hand-to-hand feat, this is actually pretty damn impressive. He can handle attacks from all sides, so even if you're overwhelming him, Blade has shown enough poise in combat to handle that and overcome the adversity. He's so lethal with throws that he can hit the barrel of a gun with his sword. He talks about himself as a duelist, and this was a pretty interesting scan. He talks about his sword as if it's a genuine extension of himself. He's that comfortable as a duelist that him and his sword are one. And he has versatile sword usage. It's handcrafted to personally suit his needs the most. With some religious factors on it as well, making it a very unique weapon. But yeah, of course, we're not going to give a distinct power advantage, but it just confirms how personal he is with his weapon. And he has confirmed before, despite being, obviously geared towards a blitzing style, he is very familiar with multiple dueling styles, making him an experienced and seasoned warrior. So let's break it down. Let's keep it simple. Who do I think would win if these two master combatants would clash? Now, here's the deal. What Blade brings to the table that's hard for Taskmaster is Taskmaster isn't very fond of pressure fighters. He's made note of this before against the likes of the super aggressive Moon Knight. He just doesn't like fighting people that are really aggressive. Blade's one of the most aggressive duelists in Marvel Comics. And this would be a big issue for Taskmaster. I think he would actually get cut a couple times early on in the going. However, with each stroke of the sword, Taskmaster gets better. And I already believe in base that Taskmaster is the superior skilled duelist as far as swordsmanship. And while he would take the initial damage from such a uber aggressive opponent who is genuinely skilled, Blade's not just a stupid, physically dominant fighter. He actually is quite skilled. But with every move and every action taken, Taskmaster's just going to get better in the duel. He's going to eventually just pick apart Blade's moves. And in the end, I have Taskmaster moving on in the tournament with a little bit of damage, but nothing too serious. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. If you agree with the battle, let me know in the comment section down below. If you don't, that's okay, that's fine. But anyways, guys, I enjoyed making this video. I'm enjoying the tournament. And hit the like button if you want the Swordsman tournament to continue. Anyways, guys, it's been your boy, Sir Splash, aka your favorite villain. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.